I think what's interesting about my career is this was never something I wanted. I just was a young kid. I loved dancing. My mum would take me to a dance class every Saturday, and I got spotted through that dance class to audition for a show on the West End. I ended up doing the show.
You were diagnosed, as far as I read, with dyslexia at age 7. And I was wondering how, a lot of our community and our audience is diagnosed as well, or some of them are not. How were you set up for success with that because as an actor, you've got to learn lines, you've got to read lines. There's a lot of activities that people would assume are quite challenging.
And that's all that we can ask for. Mm-hmm. It's really just my spelling. I mean, honestly.
It's just that, yeah.
Those sort of games that you play at Christmas. Have you ever played the one where you have to write down the answers? I worked really hard at school.
Like that was something that you started pursuing really early on in life. And I feel, was that something that you were always sure about?
I do believe in manifesting, actually. I really do. Billy Elliot, it was a time of my life. Just by complete fluke, an agent came to see the show the night that I was on. She signed me. She sent me to an audition for a film. I was lucky enough to get the part. All of a sudden, I was on set with Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts, and we made The Impossible. And to be perfectly honest with you, it was just a hobby. It was something that my mum would let me do on the summer holidays. She was very keen that I kept my schooling up. And there sort of came that time in England where you're in between GCSEs and A-levels, and you're trying to figure out. When I was going through that, you could still drop out at A-levels. Obviously, now you have to do A-levels. And I had that moment where I was like, what do I want to do? I could try and stay at school and figure out what I want to do, or this thing that's been a hobby, but my sort of summer holiday activity, which is acting, I could try and do that for a living. And I've been so lucky that I've been, offered jobs and all that sort of stuff. I decided to go with it. I joined the Brit School because, my mum was keen that I didn't go for school for an education, but went to school to expand my social skills and meet kids my own age. All my friends when I was 15 were like 30-year-old people because they're all adults from the business. So I think my mum was keen that I had some friends that are my age who are now my best friends today. So I never really wanted this. I just sort of never stopped doing it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the creativity. I love the building blocks that are required to put a film together. I love the collaboration on set between people from all different walks of life. A film set is a melting pot of all sorts of different people. So I love it.